This CD contains the opinions and thoughts of certain independent sales directors. The information shared with you by these individuals are their own ideas and strategies regarding the cultivation of a successful independent Mary Kay business. The independent sales directors hope that you find something in this CD to inspire you and to help you succeed in your own independent Mary Kay business. Naturally, your personal results may vary depending on the time and effort you choose to invest in your Mary Kay business. As with any business opportunity, various factors may affect the financial results that are achieved in your Mary Kay business. Therefore, there are no guarantees regarding same.
Independent National Sales Director Pam Tull has had success in Mary Kay that spans more than a quarter of a century. Listen as she explains the importance of preparation, planning, and how to stay on track with your own Mary Kay journey, even when there are detours along the way.
So, are you ready for a journey of a lifetime? And some of us have been on this pink journey forever. Some of us are on the home stretch. We're wrapping up. Some of us have just started. And maybe some of you aren't even quite sure where you're going on the journey. But you got excited and you started following someone else because they look like they might know where they were going. Whatever the reason. And, I think what I love about Mary Kay is every day on this journey, we get to do something different, don't we? And that's exciting. It's an adventure. And some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Mary Kay journey is just like a trip. You prepare, you plan, you organize, you pack, you stay up all night packing, oh my. And sometimes there are detours. Sometimes there are canceled flights. Sometimes there are lost luggage. Sometimes our passports get stolen and our pockets get picked. We have rainy weather. We have fog, snow, and ice delays. Are you all with me? And don't forget, sometimes there's long lines. We have to wait. Very, very long lines. Sometimes we miss the connecting flight. Ever happen to anybody in this group? And we have to sleep all night somewhere else. And that was not in our plans, nor our budgets. Wow. You know what? Mary Kay is like a journey. It is like a real trip. A lot of similarities to traveling. We're looking at the Mary Kay journey as if we were taking a trip. We have to prepare. We have to plan. We have to stay on track. And we have to be prepared on how to handle the detours along the way. And that's our objective today. But have you ever thought, have you thought of your Mary Kay business as a journey of a lifetime? If it was a journey, how much planning and preparation would you put into the trip? Where would you go? And how would you get there? And more importantly, who would you take with you? And how would you stay on track? And how would you handle those detours along this way? So with that, where are you going anyway? Where are you going? Do you know? What is your purpose? I began Mary Kay 33 and a half years ago. I had no idea what this journey would mean for me or my family or all the other people that tagged along for the journey. I just wanted extra money to buy my books. I was on my way to college at 18 years old. And some of you know this story. I just needed some extra money for those books. It was short term. And then one thing led to another. And I realized early on that this journey, this Mary Kay business, it wasn't about lipstick or cleansing cream. It was about relationships. It was about people. It was about giving. It was about serving. It was about being others focused. It was about making people feel special. That's what it was about. I had some customers when I was brand new, and they were like in their 80s. And we live in a tiny little town, Bridgeville, Delaware, population 1,000 people. And these women lived in this little apartment complex, 80 years old, And I'd go and, we'd do the old blush rouge, if any of you remember that, the real red rouge. And we do our cleansers and our lotions. I'd go update them every season like I was supposed to. And many times I felt like they just wanted me to come so they could have someone to talk to. And I'll never forget, in 1980, they wanted me to come. It was in the spring. They wanted their spring updates. So I took all my stuff. And by the way, it was up like 4 flights of steps with no elevator. So I took all my stuff up the steps and was ready, knocked on the door. And when I opened the door, it was a surprise bridal shower for me. I was getting married in May with tears in my eyes and a lump in my throat. I will never forget that. And I realized, wow. I look at it now, all the cause-related activities now. The Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation and the fundraisers. We just did a Pretty in Pink golf tournament and raised $5,000 in our little tiny town. And we were able to give money to the foundation and then money to a little 3-year-old girl who lost her daddy to cancer. And so all these things just kept coming up in my mind as I'm reflecting on this journey of a lifetime. And for some, Mary Kay's been a source. It's been an outlet. It's been a fun outlet, a diversion. For some families, it's been life-changing, hasn't it? It's altered their life choices. It's helped families, including my own, to send children to Christian private school. When Natalie was coming up through school, junior high, senior high, Jeff and I were one of the few moms and dads that could be to all of the events. And Mary Kay afforded us that opportunity. It's taken families to Disney. It's enabled to pay for other family members to go to Disney out of your immediate family. Aging parents. We have a director that she's been able to build on a mother-in-law suite because her mother is aging now and has Alzheimer's and able to do that so that she can take care of her mother-in-law. I've seen pools put in backyards, mortgages paid, pickup trucks bought as a surprise for husbands. Okay, I've seen electric bills being paid. I've seen food put on the table. I've seen food delivered to other people's tables. I've seen missionaries have been sponsored from Mary Kay earnings. It's a ripple effect. But the thing that's near and dear to my heart as I went into NSD was to bring the mamas home, all those mamas that wanted to come home to raise their own children. True freedom in every sense of the word. And let me go on as this journey unfolded for myself and countless others. I saw women that I was working with start to grow personally. And there's nothing like that feeling, is there? When you know you've influenced. I saw them become confident. I saw them become grounded. I saw every arena of their life influenced and changed. Emotionally, financially, spiritually. Marriages become stronger. They became different people. The respect, the admiration, the influence in their communities, in their church. Wow. I saw transformation. I saw it in my own life. Even as a national sales director, I realized, oh my goodness, and this NSD, this Mary Kay, was just a platform to much bigger than all of us put together, much more than teaching lip colors or skincare. It's a way of life. What is the driving force in your life? As my friend and my leadership coach, Dr. Baxter, would say, what puts your feet on the floor in the morning when you get up? What is it that you would rearrange your entire life for so that you can do it? What matters to you? What is important to you? What is your vision? What is your purpose? Because ladies, it's not the blue suit or the pearl bracelet, or even the double credit maybe, okay, or the bar pen, or the pink Cadillac. Wow. That is just the byproduct, isn't it? NSD was just the faceplate to my vision and my purpose. And you guys, you got to get real clear on your vision, because that's what's going to drive you to take you to your last day. You take your last breath. It's so true. You're going to be disappointed when you reach that goal, because it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Take it from someone who knows. Mary Kay had vision, the woman. It's what kept her committed on the Mary Kay journey. When obstacles came along her way, when people and naysayers would bust her bubble. And I can hear her. You can hear these words. I know you know her words. If just one more woman today discovers how great she really is and how much the God-given talent she has, it will be a great day. Mary Kay had vision. She had vision. So many times we go ahead with our own plans, don't we? We go way ahead of the journey. We put one foot in front of the other and we get out in front. I want you to write your goals out. I want you to write your Mary Kay business plan. Write your values out. What do you value? And when someone challenged me to do this, you guys, it rocked my world. They told me to write down 8 to 10 words of things that were important to me. Some of you are smiling. Maybe you've done this. Things that you value. What do you value? Not your senior director, not your national, not your mama, you. Not your children, you. What do you value? Things that bring you life. Things that bring you joy. Things that energize you. Again, things that you are willing to rearrange your life for. And it puts your feet on the floor every single morning. Okay. And there's lots of ways to get there. Lots and lots and lots of ways to get there. And I thought I'd share just a little story with you. I was on the fast track. Now, some of you are on the journey and you've been the fast track. Some of you are the slow drip method. You're taking that scenic route, right? At 18, I became the youngest director in all of Mary Kay. I came in, fast track, became a director. And then 9 months later, I wasn't a director. Okay, surprise, surprise. And so I didn't take it personally, but I was a consultant for 5 years. I worked my own pace. I did Mary Kay's original recipe, 2 skincare classes every week. I did that for 5 years. And then after 5 years passed, I again decided to become a director. I worked the plan. I stayed the course. I got some people. I lost some people on the journey. Some started, some stopped. I lost consultants. I lost directors along the way. I don't know what happened. They were right behind me. And I turned around and they were gone. Who knows? Somebody got them, right? The pink wolves, right? But I thought this would really just give you hope today, because I think that's another assignment today, to give you hope. 25 years I was in Mary Kay. I had 2 offspring. 25 years. 2. 1, 2. Buckle your shoe, okay? 2. 25 years. And then, lo and behold, 2.5 years went by. And then 2.5 years later, I had 19 more. Go figure. Does that give you hope? Okay. My message, loud and clear. It's the timing of the journey. It is the timing, and it helped me. I received what I needed those first 25 years so I can finish the journey and finish it well. To finish the rest of the trip. You cannot take people where you have not been. Every piece of the journey, it's a piece of your puzzle. I wouldn't trade 1 minute of it. Now, I might not have said that years ago, okay? But I wouldn't today. I would not, because it's created and formed the woman that I am today. But your life is a puzzle. Some pieces are dark. You ever put a puzzle together? Yeah, it's easy to get the outside, isn't it? You can do that in 5 minutes. And then when you start on the inside, you got to take a break. You get tired. They all start looking the same. And some pieces are dark. Some pieces don't fit. But man, you try to make them fit. And then you tear off the little knobs on the puzzle. I know. I've done it. It's going in there. It's got to go, okay? It's kind of like our journeys, you guys, okay? So I learned to trust. I learned to work the numbers. I learned to just keep going forward. There was a key turning point in my career, and I want to give you a couple of those points because it was just like the light. When I learned this and I released it, I was free to just go forward and not look back. Couple principles. I cannot control what people spend with me. I cannot control whether they buy a roll-up bag. I cannot control my sales. However, there is one thing I can control, and that is how many faces I put the product on. That was so freeing to me. I cannot control who becomes a consultant. And I've seen some good ones pass me by. And you guys, I'm a pretty simple gal. The other lesson I learned is that I could be me. I would see all these people and go, oh my word, I could never be like them. I could be me. I'm a pretty simple gal from a pretty simple town, live in the middle of a cornfield my whole life. And I took Mary Kay's words to heart that I could bloom where I was planted. And I could make the journey in Bridgeville, Delaware. Population, 1,000 people. So, some people are driven by different things. What are you driven by? Now, guys, all success journeys have failed. Everybody has failed. It's just part of the journey. Now, I want to give you some really cool people that you know that have had failures in their life who continue, just like Mary Kay. Colonel Sanders, y'all know him? Do you know he gave his favorite recipe out over 1,000 times before anybody would take it and run with it? Wow. And we all know about Walt Disney, don't we? He got fired. They told him he didn't have enough creativity from his newspaper job. And the script for Star Wars, 4 years they tried to get someone to back that. Do you know what they said about Albert Einstein? They said he was mentally handicapped. Do you know what they said about Fred Astaire when he went for his dance interview? Can't act, slightly bald, can dance a little. Wayne Gretzky, too small, slow, probably will not make it in the NHL. We all know that. And it goes on. But my favorite are the Beatles, because I love the Beatles. Decca Recording Studio wrote to the Beatles, we don't like your sound, and that's not all. We think guitar music is on its way out. Failures, detours, wow. With failures, detours, delays, sometimes you just have to reroute. I want you to be driven by hope and promise. I love divine comebacks, don't you? Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, but just stay the course. Whether you're on the fast track or the slow track, enjoy your journey. Some of us take the scenic route. Shortcuts can cost us. I have learned that it can rob you of the real beauty along the way, the treasures along the way. Some of the best lessons I've learned in difficult times, like going the wrong way on a one-way street. Let's talk a little bit about discovering your purpose. Gives direction to your life. It's your why. This is what I've learned about vision recently. It compels me to want to do it. That's what puts your feet on the floor. It's what I love to do. It's when I feel at peace. It's when I'm growing, giving, and serving. And I want you to write this down. Vision has to be clear, crystal clear. It has to be compelling. It has to be convincing. Your people know if you have vision or not. They know if it is clear, compelling, convincing, and it has to be consistent. And so I'll just share with you. Would you like to know my vision? I wrote these words down. I wrote down words like, this is what was important to me. I wrote family, and it needs to be the other order, of course, but family, the Lord, heritage, legacy, servant heart, tradition. I love tradition because I love legacy. Others focused, being interested in other people. Those were all my words. So, your mission gives you purpose. It directs you. It's your why. And ladies, stop trying to do it all. You can't do it all. There's 3 things you want to do. You want to evaluate, eliminate, or delegate. You cannot do everything and fulfill your mission here. So, evaluate, eliminate, delegate. Quit trying to do it all. It's okay. I'm going to give you permission today. It's okay to say no to some good things. Let's talk about the detours. I know you don't want to, but we got to go there. There are going to be detours. How do you overcome the detours? Wow. Well, I learned that you have to lead yourself well. That's how you avoid the detours. Now, here's what I know. Have any of you ever been on a trip and you went and you had a tour guide? Some of us on the journey, we are just the tour guide. We're just kind of telling people and showing people what to do, not actually living it ourselves. There are 5 areas in your life. The following little words I give you, which one is describing your journey right now? Okay, the first one, a symphony. Everything is blended beautifully in harmony. Is your journey a symphony right now? Is your journey a dance? Jerk, 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 spin, spin, turn, up and down, turning around. Is your journey a roller coaster? Woo, woo, up and down. You're holding on for dear life and you're about ready to get off, okay? Or is your journey a deck of cards? You're just going to take what's dealt to you. What is your journey? Symphony? Roller coaster? Dance? A deck of cards? All the above? Hey, it can be all 5 things in one day, can't it? All 5 things in one day. There are 5 areas, and since I've been taught this, I evaluate these every single day when I get up. I have them on my desk. It keeps me in check, and it helps me with the detours. The 5 areas of your life. The first is habits. What are your habits? You got any bad ones? Get rid of them. That's all we're going to say about that. Because it is going to affect your journey, isn't it? The second one is health. How is your health? And you know, we only get one body. We've got to take care of it, don't we? We do. It's going to affect your journey. The third area of your life is time. How are you managing your time? And you know, I learned that you can't manage time. You can only manage yourself against time. The fourth is money. Make as much as you can. Mary Kay wants you to. That's part of her legacy. And the fourth are relationships. If your relationships are out of kilter, so will your journey. And ladies, habits, health, time, money, relationships, when those are all adding up, and I would encourage you to evaluate that today. What's the one area I need to work on immediately? Because that's going to help you survive the detours and keep you going full steam ahead. True story, coming out on the plane Sunday to San Diego, I was sitting next to this guy, and he gets out his laptop, and I'm like, oh, I said, are you going to work all the way to San Diego? He said, yeah, I'm going to work. He said, I'm going to evaluate my work. I'm just coming off of working. I'm going to evaluate my work. And I said, well, I'm going to take a nap because I stayed up to watch the Dallas Cowboys last night. I had to wake up at 3:30 and get this flight. And I said, you like football? He said, yeah, I love football. And I said, did you see the game last night? He said, yeah, I saw the game. He said, I was at the game. He was the NFL official that called the Dallas Cowboy game. I said, wow. I said, well, if I'd known that, I could have gone to bed early. Because I sat there. Now, this is the lesson. I learned so much from watching him. He watched the tape of the game, the whole game. He evaluated his calls. He looked to see if he made the right calls. He looked to see if he spotted the ball on the right yard line. He looked to see what calls he missed, where he could have done better. Because on the journey, we have to learn to evaluate. We want to get better and better and better. Evaluate yourself. Don't tear yourself down. How can we get better? And then this is what I said to him. Now, he's looking at me like this chick doesn't know anything about football. I said, let me tell you, you know what the turning point in that game was? When they overturned the challenge flag on that interception. He looked at me like, this woman knows her football. And we talked the whole way to San Diego. All of a sudden, I wasn't tired. Why? Because football, I love football. I love that competitive spirit. It brings me energy. Totally. And that's in that journey. And I learned from him. And so I learned the NFL official journey is just like the Mary Kay journey. He started out in Pop Warner. Then he started out in junior high, senior high games. Then he starts in junior college. Then he went to Division III, Division II, Division I. Then the arena football and NFL Europe. And then the NFL. And then the big one was Sunday night, the playoff game. And he's got one more until he's a national sales director, and that will be the Super Bowl. Life is a journey, no matter where we are. Who are you going to take with you? You're going to take the best people. That's who you're going to take. How do you make the journey best for everyone involved? You find their strengths, and you help them build on their strengths. Everyone has a gift. Your job is to find out what does she do best. And you know what else your job is? You've got to find out what her vision is. Not only what is your vision, what's her vision? What are her 8 to 10 words? What's important to her? What puts gas in her tank? What puts her feet on the floor in the morning? And that's how you can best serve everyone involved on your journey. Your journey is so exciting. And I just want to close with this thought. Our Mary Kay journey is an adventure. We started with that, we'll end with that. As your nationals, as Mary Kay's legacy leaders, we all took an oath to uphold her dream, her vision, her journey, to be her voice, to carry on her DNA. And whatever is happening on your journey, whatever's already happened, because it's already happened, or it's getting ready to happen, or it's going to happen in the future. Just prepare yourself, right? But whatever, you are on the most awesome journey of a lifetime. I want you to hear my little voice say, keep going, don't stop. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and there is blessing. So I close with blessings on your journey. May God bless you on this journey of a lifetime.